If you're looking for the best books on procrastination, my advice to you is to read any author who has properly and rigorously followed the science. It's no exaggeration to say there are literally hundreds of books all about procrastination. Most are echo chambers for the same old tropes and cliches, but some of them are very good, and I'm not going to say that they're not, so some will definitely help you. But I still urge you to follow any book that is properly following the science. I don't think there's a single topic in psychology in the last 40 years that has been studied more than procrastination. Let's face it, with nearly 1 in 5 people self-identifying, as I do, as a chronic procrastinator, it's no surprise that there's a very sincere and deep interest in researching the problem. So in this video, I'm going to reveal to you what I consider to be one of the best science-based but easy to read books all about procrastination. Stay with me until the end, where I will reveal to you one of the great misnomers, inaccurate and false claims that you will regularly still encounter when you are reading all about procrastination. My name is Robin J. Emdon. I'm an accountability coach. I'm also working on my own course about how to get you unstuck and from your chronic procrastination and towards massive productivity in under 30 days. If you'd like to join my deeply discounted beta testing program, we will be rolling it out very shortly, just as soon as I've stopped procrastinating about it. So follow the link in the comment below and you will be able to join that program as soon as it gets going. In the meantime, please do feel free to comment below if you found anything in this video helpful today, and also please remember to subscribe to the How to Stop Procrastinating YouTube channel, because I will be continuing to deliver more hints, tips and hacks to get you into a place where you can live your own life on your own terms. When I first started to research procrastination at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, it wasn't the first time I had tried, and I almost gave up again. The problem is that there is literally a colossal and frankly bewildering amount of videos, audios and books about procrastination. Most of it is quite good at describing typical procrastination behaviours, but actually surprisingly few offer what I felt were good, credible and effective solutions. I had a choice, either to try and read and watch everything, which frankly would have taken several lifetimes and would have been insanely pointless, or find out who the authority experts were and seek out their procrastination material specifically. And I found Dr. Piers, whose book The Procrastination Equation, How to Stop Putting Things Off and Start Getting Things Done, exactly met my criteria. Dr. Steele is a professor from the University of Calgary, and whilst he's not a professor of procrastination, in my opinion, he's pretty darn close to it. Dr. Steele spent 10 years studying the available research on procrastination, which amounted to several hundred studies, as well as formulating his own hypotheses about, in particular, his own original and quite brilliant procrastination equation. I have to admit, when I first read the equation, science and maths not really being my forte, my eyes and brain momentarily glazed over. But whilst, as you would expect from an academic, he correctly and extensively cites his sources in the book, the main text is written in plain English and is aimed very much at the layperson and average reader. So perfect for me then. Dr. Steele believes that his equation accounts for every major finding about procrastination. And he writes it down like this. Your motivation depends on your expectancy times value divided by your impulsiveness times delay. Let's translate that into very plain English. For expectancy, we're talking about your level of confidence in your own ability to create or do whatever it is you need to get done. So obviously, when we are looking for ways to overcome procrastination, we delve deeply into any and several methods that can be useful in raising your level of self-confidence. Value simply means, does what you are trying to get done have any real meaning for you? The higher the meaning, the greater its value, and the greater its value, the more likely you are to want to get it done. Again, there are numerous skills, methods, and strategies that can be employed to help elicit the true meaning or value of something to you. Below the line are those things that cause us to procrastinate more. So impulsiveness is simply a measure of how easily sidetracked you are, how much instant gratification can steer you completely off course from an otherwise potentially productive day. Again, we have many tools and skills available to us to deal with these impulsive distractions, but make no mistake, this is a biggie. You have to get this one handled. Finally, delay, or in other words, how far into the future is your deadline? Because the further away it is, the less urgent and ethereal something feels to us, the more likely we are to roll out the procrastinator's mantra, "I'll do it tomorrow," because we think we have plenty of time. So there it is in a nutshell. Raise your self-confidence, expectancy, and make something mean even more to yourself, value, and lower your capacity to be distracted, impulsiveness, and bring forward your deadlines, real or imagined, to get some sense of urgency into the task at hand, and you are 90% or more of the way to finally overcoming your chronic procrastination. The rest of Dr. Steele's book explores some very powerful methods he suggests you employ in your quest to increase your motivation, that is, your productivity. I highly recommend this amazing little book, and that you get your own copy and read it, and most importantly of all, actually apply what you learn. It was a life changer for me. I'm really glad I found it, and I hope it will be a life-changing book for you too. Finally, as promised, let me knock down one of the popular myths about procrastination. You've probably heard and read many times that if you are a perfectionist, you are more likely to be a procrastinator. In fact, Dr. Steele points out that a great deal of research has been done on this, and to date, there's absolutely no evidence that the personality trait of perfectionism leads to more procrastination. In fact, quite the opposite. A perfectionist, unhappy about the impact their procrastination is having on their lives, is much more likely to seek out help for dealing with their procrastination, which is possibly why so much research has been done into it, because there's no shortage of people self-identifying as perfectionists and procrastinators to study. So, contrary to this popular myth, whilst you will undoubtedly find chronic procrastinators who are also perfectionists, there's absolutely no proven link between being a perfectionist and being a procrastinator. And there are likely just as many non-procrastinating perfectionists out there as there are who do. I'm not saying if you struggle with being a perfectionist you shouldn't do anything about it. That's entirely up to you, of course. But no, there's absolutely no proven link between perfectionism and procrastination. So you can in fact struggle with both, and if you want to, you can treat both quite independently. I thought that was quite an interesting conclusion from the mountain of available research published on procrastination. I hope you did too. Time to get to work, so please comment below if you found this video helpful, and hop over to the Facebook page for more tips, hints and support. My name is Robin J. Emdon. Subscribe and tune in to the next video on this YouTube channel, where you can finally discover how to stop procrastinating and live your own life on your own terms.